Hello, they are my baby gorillas, and I'm with people who are Biafra, which is part of, or is part of Nigeria. And you guys, are you protesting?
Yeah.
We are protesting.
What's happening? Tell us what's happening.
Now, we are protesting because the country called Nigeria has expired. It was created by the British Empire, the colonial masters, in 1914 to last for 100 years. And since then, the government they were supporting, the Fulanis mainly, have been slaughtering, killing we Biafrans every day. And they are consistently every day supported by the United Kingdom government. And they are supporting them because they want to continue to have free oil and gas, which is based in Biafra land. And in order for them to continue to have the free oil and gas in perpetuity is to put the Fulanis in power, so that when we, the Biafrans, open our mouth, they will just slaughter us. At the moment, as we are speaking, we Biafrans are being killed every day. We are being beheaded by the Fulani administration in Nigeria, and it's continuing on daily basis. And we are saying to the United Kingdom government that the 100 years has expired, and we cannot continue to live as slaves in our own land. We want to have the opportunity to have a referendum in order to determine our destination, in order to have a sovereign nation called Biafra. And in the first place, Biafra existed before the creation of Nigeria in 1914.
Well, let me ask you, because I actually know a bit about Biafra, because I actually recently just looked at it and found out about Biafra. So Biafra is in the southwest part of
Eastern region.
Biafra is
there are three regions. But initially, the first people inside the place, they gave Nigeria the name in 1914 were Biafrans, followed by the Yoruba tribe, then followed by the Hausas in the north.
So you the Biafrans are Christians?
In the east.
We are Christians.
We are Judaic Christians,
We are Christians.
in that we believe in the Bible.
Yeah, right,
Yes.
okay. And what's the percent? Is it about 50-50 between Christians? And because there's some really bad things happening between
No, they are not Muslims. The Fulanis are not Muslims, and they are not religious at all. They're just using religious as an excuse to slaughter, because they want to conquer our land and take over. And is our ancestral land. We say no, because Fulanis do not originate from Nigeria.
Yes.
They originate from Mali, Niger, and Chad.
Can I just come in?
Come in, madam. Come in.
Well, the southeastern part of Nigeria is what made up the Biafra land.
Yeah.
We suffered genocide.
Yeah, that's 2 million Biafrans died, wasn't it?
Yeah, not 2 million, up to 5 million, because some children, about 2 million children died of starvation.
Yeah.
We're not talking about children, women, men, and even our fathers that died at the time. So over 5 million Biafrans.
When was the war? Just
1967 to 1970.
And this was because Biafrans wanted independence in the first place?
Yes, they went to the Nigerian government wasn't working, because this is a marriage of oil and water. Bringing the North, who is a different culture and a different people, to join them with us, to amalgamate them with us.
Yeah.
But that happened and it wasn't working. So they agreed to go and resolve a way of letting each person go, each tribe go their separate ways.
Yeah.
So after the agreement, they came back. Then the British government advised the people, the man in power at that time, who was Gowon, not to agree, not to carry out the Aburi agreement.
Why did the British do that?
They did that because of their own interest.
What was their own interest?
It's called
British interest. British
interest, which
but
is
what were they? What did they
their
economic interest.
Was it oil?
The oil and the gas and other minerals. There's quite a lot. We have coal, we have tin ore, we have oil, we have gas, we have so many minerals.
Yeah.
So because they have been taking it for a long, long time, so they believe that if Biafrans are allowed to go their separate ways, that they may not have access to the oil anymore, or have access to the oil as much as they would. And they were not sure what we are going to be like if they leave us to survive. Because they said that during that war, they were going to exterminate us within 2 weeks. And we held them for 3 years. Without our own, we didn't have ammunition. We didn't have. We have. Yes, we weren't ready. We didn't even plan the war. But we held them for 3 years. So that frightened them. So in the end, they said, well, they have to stop the war. There will be no victor, no vanquished. And then they agreed on how to restore us and reintegrate us into the system. And none of those agreements have been carried out. So since then, we are still being marginalized, killed on a daily basis. We don't have good roads, we don't have hospital, we don't have employment for our youth, we don't have...
Let me ask you a question. Is the Greater Nigerian Army in, you're saying that they're getting raped and brutalised in Biafra. Where is the Nigerian Army doing this?
Yes, yes. The Nigerian Army, the Nigerian police, all the security agencies are involved.
With Biafra?
Yeah, and the politicians, the APC, innit?
So
and what the APC?
It doesn't need those ones.
I know. Tell us.
Now, the truth is that they have political powers, political parties in Nigeria, and those political parties are the ones that are called APC or PDP or whatever they call them. But they are politicians working with this British government
to line their pockets. They are corrupt.
Who is interested in their resources in Biafra land. They align with them to rule the country. So they actually handed power to the Fulanis. And the British government is the one ruling Nigeria today. It's not Nigeria ruling Nigeria. They are ruling Nigeria. But they put people there that they control and manage and manipulate.
Let me ask you questions. In the Greater Nigerian Constitution, and let me ask you. Let me finish. In the Greater Nigerian Constitution, are you allowed to call for your own independence? Like in Scotland, we can actually hold a referendum. Can you do that?
Yes, but they don't respect that. They don't respect the Constitution. Yes, when we started agitating through our leader Nnamdi Kanu, who they have held captive now, which is part of why we came to demonstrate. When he said we will have to agitate.
Who's the leader of that?
The leader Nnamdi Kanu.
Who was what's
the leader of indigenous people of Biafra.
Okay.
Yes.
Is that a political party as well?
No, it's not a party.
We are Biafran people, the nation Biafra.
Just the full of it. Do you have political parties that want independence for Biafra?
We have one family, indigenous people of Biafra movement.
Is that freedom. Is a political party?
No, we are people. We are people.
No, I don't mean that. I understand that. That's not what I mean. Do you have a political party?
We are not political. No, we want freedom. We are human beings.
But no, my question.
Just wait.
My question is, do you have a political party that would actually ask for a referendum, or I understand that you're a people? But
that is the Directorate of State of Biafra.
But is there a political, like in school? Let me
explain it.
I know what you. No,
I know where you're getting at. Let me just tell him. We have what you call. It's called command and control. Right now, our leader, Nnamdi Kanu, has been arrested on the 28th, Monday, 28th of June 2021. That's why we are here. We want his release because at the end of the day, the Nigerian state is a terrorist state, sir. They will exterminate him. And we will go there and exterminate everything in Nigeria. If they kill him.
Scotland has political parties.
An SNP.
Yes, I know. Yeah, we haven't formed that because we haven't.
I would do it.
No, we haven't done that.
I would do it.
Can I respond to that?
Yeah, of course. Go on in the front, sir.
In the issue of political parties, this is something that has been going on, you understand, since in the 60s, since Nigeria was created, you understand. Our region, since after fighting the war, is been marginalized.
All right.
You understand, yeah. So,
attempts have been made to form political parties, but they themselves, people from the northern part, you know, including the British, they kept on dividing the eastern region, you understand, into smaller parties.
That's why we are getting smaller.
Even if you get a political parties, your representation cannot make any change.
Can you not set up a party that covers all of the area? The Biafran says. So is there no party that could cover all of Biafrans from if it's in different provinces?
No, it's not accepted that way because the party has to be representative all through the country.
Of the whole country?
Of the whole country, yeah.
But in Scotland, like, so in the UK, there's 4 different countries.
Yes.
So in 2 of them have, not England, but 2 of them have separatist parties. So we have actually can vote, and we might have a second referendum on Scottish independence. So why could the Biafrans not set up an independence like a Scottish National Party? A Biafran?
He's the one to answer that question. He's coming.
Can everybody step back?
Everybody step back. Put that also there.
Come on in, sir. Come on in, sir.
Yeah, everybody
So,
step away.
so in Scotland, we have a thing called the Scottish National Party.
Yes.
And Scotland is obviously a part of the top part of the UK. Could the Biafrans not set up a political party that asks for a referendum to have an independent Biafra state?
Yes.
Yeah. Can they do that, or can they not do it under the?
Well, what we are doing, we are following the due process of the law to say we want referendum. Now, when we do have referendum, then people have the opportunity to vote whether they want to remain in Nigeria or they want a separate sovereign state of Biafra.
But my question is, that's great, and I understand that, but is there a political party that's pushing that forward just now?
No, at the moment, there's no political party. We are simply a freedom-fighting movement,
right,
agitating for the sovereign state of Biafra.
Can I ask you a question? Would there be restrictions, or do you think you could actually set up a Biafran Freedom Party, and then for the Biafra Freedom Party to actually then say that your purpose is to have a referendum on an independent Biafra? Could, under the current Nigerian system, you be able to set up a political party and actually then say that your political party is there to have an independence referendum for the people of Biafra?
We don't have a political party in Nigeria. As I said earlier on, we are simply freedom fighting movement,
right,
agitating for the sovereignty of the Biafran state to be restored. As it is in the Nigerian constitution. I cannot remember the section offhand that every ethnic group in Nigeria have the right for self-determination. It is there in their constitution, but unfortunately, they are not allowing us to exercise that right, to ask for referendum, to have to restore the sovereignty of Biafra. Because as I said earlier on, Nigeria was created in 1914 by Britain under Lord Lugard as the administrator at the time. Now, at the time of the creation, it was clear that we are bringing three major nations together to form Nigeria. They were bringing the Biafrans to the eastern region of the now called Nigeria. They were also bringing together at the time the Oduduwas, that is the Yoruba from the west, and the northern Hausas. Now, as it is, as my colleague said earlier on, the Fulanis are non-citizens of Nigeria. They are more or less immigrants in Nigeria. So what is today is that the British government at the time, we were agitating for independence. So, okay, what will happen is we have to have election. And that election was rigged in favor of the Fulanis. And they realized that with the Fulanis, they can rule Nigeria indirectly into perpetuity, and that is what they are doing till today. However, if it were possible for us to live together as a country we, the Biafran, wouldn't have mind. But as it is, the British government know what is happening in Nigeria. They are simply using the Fulanis to suppress and to suppress and destroy other ethnic groups.
Well, let me ask you a question. I recently heard that 3 Christian villages had been almost ethnically cleansed. They had been wiped out. It was about the time of the killings in New Zealand, and they had gone in and actually slaughtered all the actual villagers in Nigeria. Do you remember that?
Well, if you look at it this way, the Scots asked for a referendum. They were not killed.
No.
They didn't face any hostility.
No.
It was through the ballot box.
Yeah.
But the Biafrans asking for referendum, we are being slaughtered every day. We are being beheaded. Our women are being raped. Our young women are being abducted and taken away. So, as it is, that is truly against
human rights. Any sort of human rights.
Genocide and crimes against humanity going on in Nigeria, as you and I are speaking now.
Yeah.
But the unfortunate thing is that the UK government simply turned a blind eye because it's not to their interest to allow Biafra to exist. In fact, in the 1967-1970 war, the then Prime Minister, Harold Wilson, said that he wouldn't change his policy of providing arms to the Nigerian government at the time to slaughter and exterminate the Biafrans. He said the death of 500,000 Biafrans will not make him change his policy. It's there. If you go to Ansar, June 1968, you will find it there. You see, initially, they were pretending not to be involved, but in fact, they were all the time providing arms to the Nigerian government to destroy the Biafrans. Now, as it is, when that was exposed, then he came out and said publicly that he will not change his policy because of 500,000 dead Biafrans dead. Okay? And unfortunately, the successive government they've been having here in Britain, or here in the United Kingdom since 1968, have simply pursued that same policy. It's now a legacy with the British government, with the UK government, to continue to allow the Fulanis to exterminate the ethnic people of Biafra because of their selfish interest, because of the Biafra oil and gas and other resources. Now, as it is, as my colleague said earlier on, our leader, you see, you asking for referendum to determine your future, that is not a call for war.
No.
Okay, it is a call for war. But our leader, because we are asking for referendum to determine our future, it's a political process. They are refusing. And as a result, our leader have been abducted and taken to Nigeria under the brutality of their so-called State Department security personnel. So we are here today agitating for the release of our leader, because asking for a referendum is human right. It's not a crime. Wanting for self-determination is not a crime. It's human right.
And let me ask you another question, because it's in the media just now as well. Boko Haram has been taken over by ISIS. Is that in the north as well?
In the north,
and do they agitate against the Christians in the south? Do they attack and kill Christians in the south?
That is their plan, to use them against the southern Biafrans and the people of southern Nigeria. So that is their plan, that's their intention, and they are doing it already, because they are moving into the south, kidnapping people every day, beheading people every day. It's going on as I am speaking. And the British government know about it, and they're simply turning blind
Well,
eyes.
if you can get like evidence of these sort of things that are happening, get proper evidence that these things are happening, we'd be more than happy to share it on the Guerrilla TV channel.
Well, the unfortunate thing is the UK government and the Western powers that be are saying that freedom of press and so on, freedom of speech and so on, but when in fact they are censoring all the news media here in the UK.
Yeah, they are. I've seen it as well. I agree with you. They are censoring it. They're censoring it and other things as well, but they're definitely censoring about Biafra. and I've noticed that as well, because there's been some of it's leaked out, like the destruction of 3 Christian villages by the Muslims, and the taking away of female children and dressing them up in Muslim attire and doing horrendous things as well. But the British government are doing similar things here in the UK as well. So there's obviously a bad element within the British government just now, and maybe have been about for a number of years. And that's a bit of an issue, I think, just now as well.
Yeah, well, as it is, you see, they say the fresh Muslims be censored. They are.
Yeah, they
okay?
are.
The states, they are controlling all the media channels we have here in the UK.
Yeah,
they are controlling them.
Yeah.
Because as it is, what is happening in Biafra land, none of the news media are reporting it.
Yeah.
So they simply blank them.
Yeah.
You see? And it's extremely corrupt world, because as it is, they have been able to bribe everybody that can be bribed. They have used their influence to block the world from hearing the plight of the Biafrans. And we are saying no, and that's why we're here. And we continue to come here to protest. So, unfortunately, the British government, the British administration are very, very corrupt.
Yeah. Well, you've got a friend in the Guerrilla TV channel. We are more than happy to support our Biafran brothers and sisters over there. It's very upsetting to me. I've nearly got a tear in my eye for what's actually happened to Biafra. Because I saw a documentary about the 2 million people that were killed and they starved to death, or 5 million. You said some figures up to 5 million people who were starved and killed, and it wasn't really reported here as well. So, yeah, and I already knew it was an issue, and I'm just glad I've met you all. Is there anything else you would like to say? What's the message? What's the leader's name today? The leader of your movement's called?
Nnamdi Kanu.
Nnamdi Kanu, I think I pronounced that right. That's about it. And you want him released?
Well, I can, yes, indeed. I can spell the name for you. N-A-M for man, D-I, Nnamdi. And then the surname is Kanu, K-A-N-U. And believe it or not, he's from the royal family.
Oh, is he?
In the Biafra, yes.
Oh, very good.
You see? And a lot has gone on since the struggle. Even his parents were, their palace was stormed by the Nigerian army. Okay? And that was the first time they tried to assassinate him. And unfortunately, he escaped the assassination, seriously wounded.
Wow.
Okay? So, as it is, therefore, we are calling on the international community to come to the plight of Biafrans, to listen to it. If we were to be armed, I tell you we can defend ourselves. But they armed the Fulanese with sophisticated weapons. In the 1967-70 war, the armory, the weapons used by the Nigerian government, supplied by Britain and Russia, all right, we are quite sophisticated and superior to that used in the Second World War.
These are in the north. Is the leader of Nigeria Muslim just now?
Yes, all Fulani.
All the Fulanese are Muslim.
Yes, all the main instruments and the main departments of government in Nigeria are occupied by the Fulani. The military, the defense, everything are the Fulanis. So this is why, even the police, this is why when somebody from the south, a Biafran, is killed or anything, nobody does anything. They simply no action. Up to today, because of the genocide going on, the crime against humanity going on, there is no single arrest. There's no single trial. The perpetrators continue. You know, their clues continue to kill as well, and nothing is happening. And they even tell us that we will kill you and nothing will happen. So this is so sad.
What's your name, sir?
My name is Gabriel Murako. M-U-R-U-A-K-O.
Fantastic. Listen, welcome to the Guerrilla TV channel. I hope they put your message out,
Thank
sir.
you.
And thanks to all your friends. Thank you all. I really appreciate it. I've read a lot about it. It brings a tear to my eye.
And I hope you'll be able to put that in the news for us.
We will do that for you, my friend. Thank you very much.
Scotland.
Yes.
I want to visit
Oh, you come anytime, love. You come anytime.